Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome to Pride Month. This is going to be a Patreon special. I'm going to try to get the Patreon specials done in the last few days for Pride Month because they obviously pay for it and they have been waiting patiently and all that good stuff. So, yes, let's get on to this Patreon special. First off, thank you, Gav, for the artwork. Here's her Tumblr and stuff image, so you know that all art credit goes to her in this, and it will be a Pride Month special in their universe of a fanfic they're writing with their OC David Bright, which is the son of Jack Bright and Abel. So yes, let's get on to it. Disclaimers. There is no romantic ship in this thing. It's more of a parent with a child, as in platonic parental guidance and stuff. And also, it is the Alpha, Beta, Omega verse that is in the universe that Gav and Wicked have made. Love that. And also that we do not support Admin Bright. Admin Bright is not a good person, but Jack Bright as a character is more of a standalone character as he is now instead of a self insert, and that is where we stand on because more people have worked on Jack Bright's character instead of just Admin Bright. So that is where we're going. Anyways, let's get on to business. Jack Bright was going to the Pride Parade with his son, David. David is about 16 years old and has been feeling very off about, well, his sexuality and his identity in the LGBTQIA+. David does not feel any attraction whatsoever in the of that. He is asexual and possible aromantic. Gav, I cannot remember, so I'm just going to stick to asexual stuff. He is definitely asexual, but doesn't know how he feels about romance. So in this, he's a bit feeling like, is he part of the LGBTQIA or is he not, because he has a lack of attraction and that means he's not part of it. He was concerned about this and he was going to Pride with his dad. His dad, Jack Bright. Jack Bright has a gender fluid flag on his shoulders and is smiling at his son. And they stop to get ice cream to cool down since it is June and it is rather warm out. Sorry, I keep on saying Abel. It's not Abel. David looks at his dad. Dad, do you think I'm part of the LGBTQIA? Jack looks at his son, confused. Of course you are. I mean, if you are part of it, at least. What do you mean, son? He was confused, but he knew his son had a lack of attraction to people, but he never pushed it. And he never pushed his son to be part of the LGBTQIA if that's not what he felt like fit him the best. He did have a suspicion, though, that his son was asexual. Well, I feel no attraction to, like, anyone at all. And I know as an alpha, I am supposed to have attraction. Like, alphas are basically very forward in their mindset of having attraction to others and especially omegas. But whenever I think of that, I'm kind of grossed out. I really don't want to ever have that, he says as he looks at his Milton ice cream. Well, it sounds like you are asexual, which there's nothing wrong with that. And yes, you are a part of the LGBTQIA because it is a lack of attraction that makes you part of the LGBTQIA. It is things that are not cisheads that are part of the LGBTQIA. If you are cisgender and heterosexual, then you can be an ally. But if you are not heterosexual or any sexuality and you're asexual, that makes you part of the LGBTQIA, he says to his son. It I know a lot of the asexuals and demisexuals get a lot of poo for this because why are they considered a part of it if they don't have adult fun time attraction? But you're still valid and a part of it. And I will always see you a part of it as long as that is what you identify as and it fits what fits you. David smiles at that and takes a lick of his ice cream. But what does it it's weird. Isn't it weird that I'm an alpha that doesn't have attraction to like anyone? Jack shakes his head. I knew He pauses and thinks of his words carefully. I knew an alpha that had little to no attraction for anyone. He had attraction for one specific person. He was an alpha, and he was an anomaly, and he lived for thousands of years without attraction for anyone. He did have attraction for one person, and that made him demisexual, I believe. Of course, it did not make things easy with him being an anomaly, but he was still very, very much part of the LGBT. And it didn't matter if he's an alpha. An alpha is alpha, betas, omegas are second gender. And your gender does not define who you are as a person, and neither does your second gender at all. There are alpha females that still want to have kids of their own and to care kids, and that doesn't identify them as anything less than what they want to be. You get what I'm saying? David thinks for a second and nods his head. So it doesn't matter what your gender or second gender is, but more so what you feel like you want and feel like the best. Jack nods his head. Exactly. Now, of course, there's something that our biology can't define exactly, but biology is not basic biology like you get in fifth grade, sixth grade textbooks. There's advanced biology and how we work as who we are. And some people just, adult fun time doesn't do it for them. But some people that do have adult fun time want the romantic stuff, and some that do not want to have adult fun time still enjoy the physical act of adult fun time. And then there's just some that are just like, nah, adult fun time is not for them at all. David nods his head. That makes sense. Anyways, let's go down to some shops. I think we should get you something special. David tilts his head and they continue. David had to wait outside with the ice creams, which he stole a couple of licks from his dad's ice cream. Not that his dad would mind. And then soon Jack came out with an asexual pride flag. Here we go, he says, holding it up brightly with a bright smile on his face. David Bright, I officially give you your first piece of asexual merch, he says, and helps his son tie it around his neck with some string that Jack also bought. Now he had an asexual cape and he was feeling much better. He broke out into laughter and hugged his dad, almost getting ice cream on his dad's gender fluid flag. They hug each other and have a great time. You see, Jack Bright had been with that alpha that he mentioned. Abel Bright, not Abel Bright, sorry. Abel was the father of David Bright. He did not know he had a son, but that's how Jack wanted to keep it. Jack gave birth to his son and was technically his mother and his father because he was going to raise his son alone. And he was not going to let anyone say anything against him. Not if anyone would say anything against his son, he would go really, really angry and probably bring his chainsaw cannon back into action if anyone dared to say anything about his son's sexuality and that, oh, you're an alpha, you just gotta meet the right omega. No. His son is who he is, and he loves his son just the way he is. His son is perfect the way he is and does not need to change for anyone or anything, and Jack will support his son as his son for the rest of his existence. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed that. Sorry if I scrambled a bit. I have a little bit of cold medicine on the brain. Anyways, Gav, I will edit this as soon as possible so I can get it out probably on the 27th, I think. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more Jack and David situations of father and son and mother and son stuff, comment it below and I will do my best to do it. Oh, and for those who do not know, since I probably didn't say this in the beginning, Jack Bright is most likely gender fluid because, yes, he was born as a male, but since he's able to switch his body from male to female, he is technically gender fluid, and that is what I stand by as canon, even if it is not canon. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye. Wait, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Gav, and thank you, Wicked Brony, for being my second patron. You are also beautiful, wonderful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Wicked Brony. I hope that you all enjoyed this. And if you would like to see more, comment below what you'd like to see and all that good stuff. Also, Pride Month is going to be extended about a week or two into July. So, yeah, there's that. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro. Secret outro. Secret outro with a baseball bat. Now, if you could come out to any, if you could have any parent to come out to, which parent would you want to come out to in fiction? Mine would definitely be a really supportive one that's like, okay, you are who you are. Love it. You're perfect the way you are. That would be my ideal person because oof. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye.